Meet up with Risley as you agreed. Look, I don't think I agreed to anything, to be honest. I think I was just told. There's a difference. I'm here.
Oh, here you are. Did you manage to land a lucky pull on the welfare meals tonight?
That is not what the subtitles say.
Let's just get straight to the point. Has anything else happened with the society?
Patience, Paimon. Even as the situation continues to brew, we still need to make sense of what we learned so far and go over any sticking points. I'm actually still thinking about the first thing that came to my mind when I noticed something amiss. Namely, why didn't anyone come to me about it?
Oh, that's a good point.
You're so
Could
bloomy.
whatever they're
Ugh.
afraid of be so powerful that even you won't be able to do anything about it?
But even if such a
It's so
thing
painful to
existed,
look
how
at.
could they be so sure without checking with me first? It'd be one thing if it was just one or two people, but it seems like everyone's convinced that I won't be able to help. Which leads me to believe that it's more likely that they think I just wouldn't care to help them.
Because you instigated Dugier in the first place. Because you've been working Dugier all along.
Yes, something like that. Dugier must have told them something to make them think I won't take their side, so it became imperative for me to refute that and prove my true stance. Of course, I had originally planned to do this in a more covert way, but I had to improvise when you identified the guy who'd lost his hat with everyone present. There was no way to keep our investigation a secret after that.
That makes sense. Wait, then does that mean it was all Paimon's fault?
Now that you mention it.
The last thing that guy wanted was for Dugier to find out that he'd lost it. He would have never brought the matter up on his own. But now, not only has Dugier found out that he'd lost his hat, he's also realized that we were the ones who found it. That likely set his internal alarms off all at once.
Hats must be hiding something.
Yes, that's the conclusion I came to as well. It's the only thing that could explain the fear. If we didn't act right then and there, Dugier would probably come up with some other way to hide the truth and we'd be back to square one. So after giving the matter some thought, I tossed that black gem onto the ground. I must say, I was pretty satisfied with the results.
Yeah, everybody there seemed to recognize it.
Ah, so you did that on purpose?
Yes, that's right. Of course, that box was discovered as part of our investigation of the
That's what I
society from the
thought.
very beginning.
I figured there had to be a connection.
I had no way to know if any of the members had actually seen the gem before, but since I had to do something, I decided to gamble.
So that's the hint you were talking about earlier.
Right. And I said back there that I had no idea what the gem represented. That should have been enough to let people know that it's still early days for my investigation. And since I was traveling with you, heroes who have never turned a blind eye to evil and injustice, they would also understand that we're here to help, rather than to tolerate or uphold the status quo.
You used us as a part of your plan too!
So that's why you wanted us to come along.
My apologies. There was no time and quite a lot to explain, so I figured it might be easier to just let you see a few things for yourselves. But I can assure you that I've now told you everything there is to know. Of course, you're under no obligation, but I would really appreciate it if you could continue to lend me your support and help me figure out the true secret behind the society. Would you be willing to lend me your support?
It's a bit late to be asking, isn't it?
But Paimon's still mad at you!
Sure, if all you need is help planning something. If I just need to fight
You
them
have my
off.
thanks.
Question, though. What are the scars that he has? It's never been explained what the scars are.
Now, there are still two outstanding matters in our investigation. The first is the secret of the hats. I've examined one before. There was nothing suspicious about the item itself. The other is the true purpose of the black gem. We haven't been able to get anything out of anyone with actual knowledge of it. It's my hope that a brave fish will take my bait and venture outside of their dark and murky pool. I'll put some music on while we wait.
Are we gonna have some tea? I mean, I don't personally drink tea, but you like it. You spent some time waiting in Risley's office.
Excuse me, Your Grace, but may I come in? I'm afraid that someone's been following me.
Please, do.
We don't even know this person. Hi.
I apologize for my lack of composure. these two are the guests that came with you to our gathering place, correct?
You know us, Avis?
Yes, my lover Fasol told me all about you. Please, help us, Your Grace. He's in great danger right now.
Slow down, take a deep breath, and start from the top. What happened at the Society?
I'm sorry, Your Grace. I will try. I think I should start from when you saw Fasol last.
I'm more interested in the hats. Can we talk about the hats?
You mean when we saw him at the gathering place?
Yes, he fled immediately, but many members are hot on his heels. Thankfully, he still managed to meet up with me and explain everything that had happened. Now that he's lost Dugier's trust, what awaits him is agonizing censure.
Censure?
Censure is Dugier's method of establishing control, as well as the thing we all fear the most. Rather than listening to me explain what it is, Your Grace, please, just let me show it to you. Every secret may be found within...
Here you are. I was wondering where you had run off to in such a hurry.
Are there black gems lining the inside of the hat so that it always touches their skin?
Please excuse us, Your Grace. It was never our intention to disturb you like this. You see, Avis's mental state has been rather unstable ever since she arrived at the fortress. She rambles often, has hallucinations. It may be best to dismiss her babbling as random gibberish.
Wisely, just smack him over the head, tie him up to a corner, and keep going.
I don't recall hearing a knock or giving permission for you to come in.
Oh, my apologies. I merely did not wish for Your Grace to be alarmed. Had I not been so focused on recovering her, I would have followed all the rules of etiquette to the letter. So please, forgive my discourtesy.
What he's saying is leave and go knock at the door so we can tell you not to enter, sir.
Like, we believe you.
We know exactly what you're thinking. You've got some nerves showing your face here.
Please, there's no need to be upset. It's only natural to want to side with the poor sick girl, but I know His Grace to be a reasonable man.
Well then, what if the reasonable man wants to hear the lunatic out?
That would be perfectly fine with me. Oh, and just so you know, we've also found the missing Mr. Fasol. I had no idea why he was so upset about losing his hat, really. Thankfully, he has already returned to his senses. We've brought him back to our place, so there's no need to worry.
I'm sorry, Your Grace. I don't have anything more to say.
This is what you're afraid of, correct? You can tell me everything. I'll do all I can for you.
I've never seen that thing in my life.
You can do it, Avis.
Your Grace, I don't think there's anything else she would like to say. Pressuring her will not get you anywhere.
Can you just move up to Dugier and just put it against his skin? I'd love to see his reaction.
It's all right, Avis. As long as you tell me what it is that you're terrified of, no matter what it is, it will no longer be able to hurt you. I swear this on my name and honor as the Duke.
Your Grace!
Can you just put a muzzle on this guy?
I'll keep my mouth shut.
Jesus.
I've already said everything I could say about the matter.
Why doesn't he just keep letting him talk? Just muzzle him, put him in a corner, and let Avis sort his shit out.
I'm sorry, Your Grace, but I really don't have anything more to say. Please, don't press me further.
Risley has gone about this entire interaction the complete wrong way.
Why?
In that case, Avis and I will be off. Once again, please accept my apologies
That's
for
fine, but the bow and
disturbing
hat
your
stay here.
peaceful evening, Your Grace.
Miss Avis, please show me your head. That is an order.
Is it gonna be like a burn mark or something from where the
There's
gem?
nothing there.
Your Grace, I know you have long tired
It's
of my
in the
words,
hat.
but please believe me when I say you've merely let your worries get to your head. The Society has never caused trouble for you or any of the guards of the fortress. We've spent all of our time working hard and trying to lead better lives. Why are you doing everything in your power to prove our guilt? What's wrong with the current state of affairs?
Can you just whack him and put him away? He's really
I'll do
annoying.
anything for you, as long as you give me the word. Why are you so intent on getting rid of someone who's been unfalteringly loyal?
Your words bore me. You know the consequences if I find you to be lying.
Everything that I do for the Fortress of Meripede.
No, I think you do it for yourself.
But your grace is welcome to visit us anytime to confirm the true intent of our activities. All right, Avis. Let's head back.
Where's the bow? She's not wearing a bow. She left the bow intentionally.
Ah, just what's up with that guy? He makes Paimon really, really mad. We should have shown him his place.
Sooner or later, all will pay the price for their arrogance. Oh, he must have been well prepared for this exact scenario, or he wouldn't have dared to be so openly hostile. All the more reason for us to be patient. The entire society are his hostages. His subordinates would definitely react if he were taken into custody. And that's why he dared to bare his fangs right in front of me.
One thing's for sure, he won't let him. Yeah,
The
whatever.
true
Can
secret
you just
of
turn
the
around and look at the
society
bow
is
already?
neither on the hat nor on the members' heads.
No, I think it is on the hat.
Dugier probably knew this from the very beginning, which is why he didn't panic. However, if we were to look at the rules, it would also seem like the head has to be the place where they're keeping all of their secrets.
Yeah, none of this makes sense to Paimon either. What are they trying to hide?
The hats are definitely being used to hide a secret. But there's nothing wrong with the hats themselves. But if there's nothing on her head, why did Avis feel the need to remove her hat?
I have an idea, but
What a coincidence. So do I.
What is it? Tell Paimon about it.
Avis didn't take off her hat to draw attention to her head. She did so to remove her hair clip.
you mean this thing? So, she handed a key piece of evidence over to us without Dugier noticing. That would mean that Avis didn't stay silent out of fear. She stayed silent because she'd already given us what we needed. Let me take a look.
Marcy tinkers with the hair clip for a brief moment.
I managed to remove this from the hair clip. It's long, slender, and conical, is hollow on the inside, and looks something like a cross between a nail and a thorn.
Paimon's lost again.
Let's see. What if we do this?
Hey, what are you doing? Wait. Some kind of dark liquid is leaking out of the gem.
Ew.
And some of it has been absorbed by this thorny-looking thing.
The gem is used as a container for a type of liquid.
You've probably heard before that water is filled with the strongest emotions of humanity.
I don't know that I have, but sure.
With that in mind, this liquid is probably a highly concentrated solution of fear.
Oh, so that's why even touching it will make you remember unpleasant things.
So with this infused thorn,
Dugier would be able to censure others. I can only imagine how it would feel to have this directly injected into your brain. The moment it hits you would be like being flooded with all the terrors you've ever experienced in your life. Agony, desolation, and an overwhelming sense of despair. No wonder they're all so terrified of it.
but she had a hair clip. Nobody else has anything remotely resembling an external source other than the hats.
So, was the hat meant to cover up their wounds?
That might not even be all. Let's go get them right away. We can't let Dugier escape with all of the evidence.
I don't know why you let him leave your office in the first place. It's what he deserves.
Your Grace, we have taken the Society members into custody. They all tried to flee just a little while ago, as if they had received some kind of order. We decided to forestall their plan, and were just about to send the word when you unexpectedly arrived.
Great work, everyone.
You had prepared for something like this all along?
I had them stay here to keep an eye on things, so I'm glad that my intuition turned out to be correct. Perform a thorough search of the Society's headquarters and bring all the members to me.
Understood, Your Grace.
Now, let's check on them. As expected, they all have a hollow thorn inserted into a wound on their head.
Ooh! Paimon's glad her eyesight isn't so good that she can see it from here. Paimon's gonna float away for a bit.
They didn't pull the thorn out.
They probably left it there as a lasting reminder of Dugier's censure. These people must have had to endure an unimaginable amount of pain. Let's go check out the other areas too.
Look for clues in this area. These papers are actually outdated, but they look brand new. It seems like no one has ever flipped through them. If you look closely, even the creases are almost identical. They don't seem to have been formed naturally through reading.
Hey, come here. Have a look at this. This is a book that Paimon found in a box next to the bookshelf. Its contents are exactly the same as this book on the shelf. The colors of the covers are completely different, though, and the names of the authors also don't match up.
So these were also just for show, to make it look like the bookshelves being added to and maintained.
Yeah, and they dared to claim that they wrote these too. Huh.
Wait, that's it? That's all you wanted to talk about?
Look at what I found.
What is it? This is
a surveillance port. With this, Dugier would be able to remotely monitor everything that's happening at the gathering place. So even if Dugier's not there in person, he'll still always have eyes on the members.
That'd explain why they were also terrified.
Indeed. It's easy to become lost and confused when you're given no instructions or any kind of script to follow. And if any action you take may be deemed a mistake, and perhaps it's better to do less. Or to not do anything at all. Dugier has already tamed them to his will.
I'm just confused as to the point. What's the point of having the society at all if all he wants to do is, have influence and power over people? You can do that without having a society with a front. Why are you looking at me like that?
Your Grace!
What's the matter?
We couldn't find any society members in the other areas. It also seems like none of the equipment in those rooms were ever used. All the signs of wear and tear are fake. The lime scale, the layers of dust. They were all deliberately added. We also investigated the members' residences and weren't able to find anything. Their neighbors all say that they haven't returned home for ages.
Oh. Is that right?
They're gone? That could only mean...
The society put a lot of effort into building a front. Their real headquarters are elsewhere.
Indeed. As long as he allowed society members to mingle with others, even with threats of censure, Dugier knew that he couldn't stop all of his members from speaking out. Meanwhile, this marvelous gathering place will lose all of its value as soon as a whistleblower sounds the alarm. So instead of being his real base, this is just an elaborate performance. The rest areas, the fancy equipment, even the members that we saw, they were merely part of the front. And only the most docile and well-trained members were selected as his performers.
But then, where can we actually find him?
Let me think. Dugier must be holding all the rest of his members in another place. And if the overseer of my fortress guard has never alerted me to anything of the sort, he must be in Dugier's pocket.
Let's go find him. He can tell us where the real headquarters
I'm of
are.
the same mind. Let's go. You two, follow me.
Which two? There were four of them there. Go to the production zone. That is, I don't know, up, down. There.
Did that person flee here?
That's the most likely scenario to me. He's probably already caught wind of Dugier's declaration of war against me, and has fled to seek his protection. Let's keep heading down. There are some abandoned areas in there. Since he needs space, I'd guess Dugier probably converted them into his headquarters. We should be on the right track. Now we just need to find that turncoat. Let's go. We can take this path. You guys take the other.
Do you want to go a little faster, man? Is now really the time to be walking? Thank you. This is so awkward.
Look! There's a fallen guard over there! Paimon sees some society members too!
After them!
It's rising! Run!
Bruh, I will catch you. You know, be running fast, though my stamina is running out. Weiler. Guzian.
Did Dugier send you? Why did you attack that guard?
Come on! It's time to talk! Can't you see that he's trying to help?
I will take your cooperation into consideration when it comes time to hand out sentences.
But Mr. Dugier, he didn't want this guy to expose our true location. We were just about to dispose of him when you caught up to
You're
us.
just about to kill a man?
So, in other words,
Wow.
your headquarters should be this way.
Yes, it's just down this way. You'll make it there once you've seen and passed through a large drainage pipe.
That's more like
Guards, take them away. Let's go. It's about time that we find out what Dugier's really after.
I guess he just wants to practice his mind control items. Would be my guess. So he can leave the fortress and use them in the real world, maybe? That'd be far more exciting than what I'm sure it's about to tell me. Is this the drainage pipe you're talking about? Ah, okay. Dugier's kingdom. God, it's been so long since I've done combat. It's been weeks since I've gotten into combat.
There's so much space down here.
Yeah, these are all former work areas. They've been left abandoned due to a lack of funds. There are usually guards on patrol here. It would seem that all of those guards have been bought as well. Stay sharp. He's got a ton of surprises waiting for us, I'm sure.
God, the way his jacket just flies up so you can see his butt. Intentional, I'm sure. Artifacts, artifacts, artifacts. Hello. Excuse you.
Let's begin.
Ah, that's right. I forgot how he worked. I remember now.
Don't be scared. Let the world come alive!
Barbados, guide us.
Bow your head. The tides beckon.
Up with the chest.
Hey, are you okay?
You're safe now. Just follow the guards and leave this place.
Who knew that there'd be Gardamex here? Dugier really prepared for everything.
And that would explain the strange decommission requests I received, as well as account for all the Gardamex that had mysteriously gone missing. Seems like he's prepared
And you didn't
for an
investigate.
all-out confrontation with me.
You had Gardamex going missing and you didn't investigate.
What's this?
Are you crazy?
Seems like some kind of handbook. Let me see. Ah, this should be the Society's real rules book. It lists all the rules that they're expected to follow. Members are not permitted to speak to each other or to leave without formal permission. 5 members shall form a group, and the whole group will be punished for any single member's wrongdoings. Anyone who reports a fellow member's
would you
misbehavior
even
shall
want
be
to become a
rewarded
member?
with food and water. I see. So it's much as I expected.
But that's just cruel and unreasonable.
To obtain food and water, prisoners are forced to snitch on others, and in the process cause pain to those around them. To avoid punishment, they learn to stop talking with one another. This leaves the wounds they've already received to fester, however. And so resentment builds until every prisoner has become an island. Finally, isolated and without hope, they accept their fate as Dugier's slaves.
The whole thing is an affront to human dignity.
Do you remember what happened to Paimon? She rejected all the snacks in the box once she was spooked by that black gem. She's usually all for tasty snacks, but she chose to go against her instincts after a negative experience.
Ugh, is that the best example you could come up with? Anyway, Paimon still thinks she made the right decision. It never hurts to be careful.
No, your decision was valid. However, it's also valid to interpret that as a decision that you only made under emotional duress. The human heart is like a raft in a vast and empty ocean. We convince ourselves that we're in control, but in truth, a single wave could sweep us off course and send us crashing into the path of a storm. Those who use fear to lead others astray must pay for that crime.
Then let us be off after I get my chest. I don't know that I want to read this. My throat hurts from having played Road Trader. Yeah, I don't want to read that. I'm just here for the artifacts. No artifacts over there? Nope. Puzzles? What?
If I'm not mistaken, the space ahead should be the central area of this place. But the door has been locked. Rather than confront Dugier, I think it's more important right now for us to rescue as many society members as possible. You guys should wait here. We'll try to open the door and check out some other spots.
Open the door. Would we have to do something to this mechanism here? Ugh, Paimon doesn't get it at all. Forget it, Paimon's just gonna do some trial and error.
It often works. Operate the devices in front of you. Can you please rotate? Do you even know how to rotate? Okay, I guess not. Rotate the device. That's what I said, but there's no rotate function. So how does one rotate the device? This thing?
Whoa, it's turning! Is it because we touched this thing? Look, the other side's open! Let's go.
That's not the door we were trying to open, but okay. Sorry, just got a mistake. Get my stamina up. I guess I don't normally go in this direction.
The night is cold. Stars shine.
Strike a pose!
Look, change already. Stupid water creatures.
Not now. Don't
Get
be
out of
scared.
here. More water creatures.
The night is cold. Shower me with prey.
Wind, hear me!
My guiding stars.
Really?
Stars, shine for me. The night is cold.
Strike a pose! Let my name echo in something as one!
Barbados! Go!
Settle down.
No, they're already dead. Never mind.
it's so high. We're not gonna have to climb all the way up, are we?
Activate the mechanism in front of us first, just like before. Let's see if that changes anything.
Okay. Ah, bugger. Hold up. Come through a few laps.
Ooh, the water level's gone way up. So that's how we'll make it to the top.
As long as it stops before we get there, I have no intention of drowning.
Not now. Cold. Learn to command. Shower me with praise.
Bow your head.